All right, everybody. So let's try to go over this Pro League qualification thing. So the way that it works is in order to be qualified for the Pro League online tournaments and the possibility of being placed into the Pro League, you have to play those online tournaments that happen every Sunday. Let me explain it a little bit more further in detail. As you can see here, this is under Rule 7.3.1 about Pro League qualification. They had to change this little notation in here because the match finder wouldn't work. So you can see in here that it's specifying that the top 9 teams in North America, according to the Challenger points or ladder standings, will qualify. Now, we all know that the ladder standings was screwed up, that it was unacceptable because of teams trying to get free wins. So this then goes to the top 9 teams in the fall quarter Challenger point standings. So even though we're talking about Winter Pro League qualification, they're basing these numbers off of basically the numbers and the points that were locked going into San Diego. So we take out my little cheat sheet here. You'll see that Oxygen, Glory, Rip Cancers, Money May, Vision, Parallax Gaming, Quantum Gaming, The Fam, and Encrypted Gaming are the top 9 teams. So since these were the top 9 teams when the Challenger point standings locked because of the seeding for San Diego, these are the 9 teams that are going to be participating in the Pro League qualification. This is a little bit troublesome because some of these teams are already breaking up. Some of these teams are not together. I don't know how that changes the whole situation of, can other teams that are still together lower on the overall standings? Can they get in instead since they still have their full roster? That I have no idea. But basically what you need to know is for the future, you need to get your team together. You need to stick on that team. Yeah, you can make roster changes, but it's just ridiculous, all the roster changes you all do, let me be honest. But you need to stick on a team, keep the same team name. If you want to change a team name, you can, but do it through PGL, of course, and stick with that the whole time. Because what's going to happen is going into Mexico event, we're going to have another 5 or 6 weeks of these Sunday online tournaments. And the top 9 teams from the North American region that qualifies in the Challenger point standings are going to be the ones that get the next chance to be in the Pro League qualification for the summer quarter. So it's really important that you end up playing in these tournaments every week with your designated team, because basically 2 or 3 weeks before the Mexico event, no more tournaments will be held, and the top 9 teams in the NA region at that time are going to be the ones that are locked in for the pro online qualifiers coming off of that event. So January 11th is when the qualifier is for this, but the way that it works is these 9 teams and also the top open bracket team are going to compete in a Swiss bracket from what I was reading, and then the top teams from the Swiss bracket will head into the following week, which is January 18th, to do a double playoff elimination to see who qualifies for the Pro League. So for those of you asking, when's the next PGL online tournament for my team to start building not only seeding towards Mexico, but Challenger points for the overall next quarter to be in these online pro qualifiers, don't hold me accountable here, but I believe it will be January 19th. So we got January 11th Swiss pool for these 9 teams. We got January 18th, which is going to be the double elimination tournament for these teams to see who goes into the Pro League. And then, according to PGL's website, once Pro League qualification is over, the Challenger point standings reset completely. Meaning the day after, which is Sunday of January 18th, January 19th should be the first tournament from my calculations. Don't hold me to it, but at least that's what I'm assuming right now and figuring because of the whole situation. So with that being said, I hope that clears things up. I know there are parts to this that are backwards. I know that this wasn't really announced that well. So get your 5-man together, 5-team together, and get ready to start doing these tournaments when they come back up in January 18th, or actually January 19th. My apologies again. And I will stay on the lookout to see if that changes. I am constantly on and off of that website. So hopefully this cleans things up. Sorry for the confusion. I mean, I had to dig through a lot of this to understand it myself. If you got any more questions, feel free to ask me and I'll try my best to answer them.